Hey fellas, Dan Brocos from Lead Faucet Tactical out here filming another episode of Training Tips and Tune-Ups. Today we're going to talk about our Compact ACOG versus red dots. It's not really a pros and cons, but this has become one of my favorite optics. I've been running it for 2 years straight. I wish I would have had it in the military. And I'm just going to bring up some points about this you might not know compared to a red dot. Both have their advantages, but this has more advantages than you might think. All right, hey fellas, etched reticles. The great thing about them, you can get as many reticles as you want on them. They're not just down to, hey, a single red dot or something else out there. You can get a variety of reticles when it's etched. Also, they're crisp, clear, and super sharp. This dot in here is an actual dot. The circle is an actual circle. And if you know, in some red dots, especially in lighting conditions and when the thing gets wet, it could look like a line, an oval. They're just not perfect circles, fellas. And this is awesome for accuracy out at distance and even close range when it comes down to that. This being 1.5, people automatically think, oh, hey, it's better for long range. Yes, that is better for long range, but it's also better for short range as well. And I'm talking maybe 25 meters into 70 meters. I was running a class at night and it was snowing quite a bit up in Pittsburgh. And I'd say mostly everybody had a red dot, couple LPVOs. Dan's running his Compact ACOG. They're like, hey, what do you turn on? Your low beams when it's snowing out. Just that 1.5 brought that target a hair closer. My etched reticle was super crisp and clear with snow, rain falling on it. Man, I was getting hits no problem. I started thinking, man, that's, there's a difference when you get a red dot wet compared to an etched reticle like this Compact ACOG. It's a huge difference. It doesn't blur it out. It's still a circle. This isn't a circle. And that 1.5 magnification just brings that target that much closer. And that's not just for rain and snow, that's fog, all kinds of atmospheric pressures out there that breed a lot of dust out there, fellas. So it's a great optic for that. Hey fellas, another great thing this ACOG Compact is good for is people with eye astigmatisms. I've had one ever since I started shooting in the military and I've learned to deal with it. Having this etched reticle be in here and I have dual illumination, that dot is always there. I don't care what awkward position I'm in, especially on strong and support side. I have about 20% of my students that cannot pick up a red dot in an awkward position or on their support side. And then I just hand them my Compact ACOG and oh, there it is. It has to do with lighting, how it reflects and refracts in this ACOG compared to a standard red dot optic. Now, that was a lot of pros on that, and I will say that, one of the, not a disadvantage, but you got to learn how to use it is, if you ever shot with me, you know that no matter what optic you have parallax. On a red dot, we can run a front sight post up and line our red dot up with our front sight post, line of sight bore axis. It's tough to do this on this 1.5, but it's like shooting an LPVO. Equal scope shadowing, reticle dead center, squeeze, and you're gonna get your hits. So that's how we get past that. There is a training curve, be honest, with this 1.5, but it's not steep. My eye relief needs to be perfect on this compared to a red dot where, man, I can pretty much throw that thing anywhere. But it's not steep learning curve, fellas. I just gotta get proper eye relief and that reticle is gonna be there every single time. Some red dots, we have limited options for reticles compared to an etched reticle. We have no magnification, but we do have 3 power optics up there, but this takes a lot of real estate up, and trying to put a set of goggles behind here at night can be difficult. Very little real estate taken up, fellas, much easier as far as that goes. This, we run off batteries. Once again, dual illuminated, no batteries at all, fellas. I'm gonna always see this optic. As far as these, great optics, fellas, but there's a lot of advantages to this Compact ACOG that you might not have been aware of. Any questions? Hit me up later. Thanks for tuning in.